this meeting to order at 6:30 p.m. Please note there is a quorum present with 3 board members absent. And the agenda was posted in a timely manner. First up, recognition of students of the month. Oh, shit, sorry. We're going to start with the pledge and prayer. Sorry, I'm getting confused here. Sorry, I just want y'all to get your awards and everything. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lord God, thank you for the blessing to be able to gather here, recognize these students, do the school's business. Lord God, I ask that everything that we do is in your will and for the good of the faculty and the students in this school district. For in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. All right. Now recognition students. Wait, Mike.
We're gonna get there.
Oh. It's a long day.
I'm on
Good evening. It's my pleasure to introduce our Soaring Cardinals. Tonight we'll start with Miss Carroll's pre-K classroom, Mr. Legend Williams. Legend works very hard at everything he does and gives everything his best effort. He participates in our lessons and loves to learn. He is a great soaring cardinal. Mr. Legend. See next, Miss Holmes Sunnybray. I believe she's here. Hey, Miss Potts' class is Jackson Sisson. Miss Wyndham's class, Elijah Green.
Good job, man.
Congratulations.
How you doing tonight? Good. Hold on. All right. Miss Wyndham says Elijah truly has one of the kindest hearts. He's a friend to everyone he meets. I'm so proud of how much he's grown and all that he's accomplished this year. He gives his best in everything he does. Elijah Green. Next in Miss Jones's class, Rowan Hamilton. No, okay, Rowan's not here. Miss Tate's class, Trayson McGee. Miss Norris's class, Brennan Vaughn. Aria Chapman's not here. Miss Westbrook's class, Stephen Ford. Come on.
Congratulations.
I'm so glad you're here tonight. Let's see what Miss Westbrook had to say about you. Stephen is a great student. He is always prepared for class. He participates in class. He has improved so much this year. He is very kind to others. Steve. Miss McCarter's class, we have Chevy Collins.
Congratulations.
Chevy has grown so much this year. He listens, participates, and gets excited when he does well in class. He enjoys reading and loves to write funny stories. He has a great imagination. Chevy Collins. I believe that is it for our Students of the Month. Next, I would like to present She goes above and beyond every day for her students, teammates, and our entire campus. Her love for her students shines through in everything she does, and she is always willing to step in and help anyone at any time. She mentors new teachers. She makes everyone feel welcome. She supports her teammates wholeheartedly and always wants what is best for students. Her kindness, servant heart, and dedication do not go unnoticed. She is an amazing teacher, teammate, and person. We are so blessed to have her at Maud Elementary. Congratulations, Ms. Page.
So, in addition, Yard Placard Elementary, Region 8 Teacher of the Year. And this is something that we've started for each of our Teacher of the Year. This will hang in our foyers from now on too. So we'll commemorate that over time. So this is for our Elementary Teacher of the Year. So, congratulations.
So for our secondary students of the month, we invited our seniors, our now graduates, and I can't imagine why they didn't come. I think they got the final piece of paper from me that they wanted last Friday night. But I do want to express our congratulatory message to our seniors. They were a great group. We really enjoyed working with them over their last 4 years, and especially this year's seniors. Several of them are already in the workforce. Several of them are off enjoying life, and some are even on senior trips. So that's why they weren't here with us tonight, but we're very proud of them. Our secondary teacher of the year is Miss Alexandra Sprayberry.
Congratulations. Well deserved.
So Ms. Sprayberry, she teaches our Spanish classes at the secondary campus. She teaches an 8th grade class, and then of course Spanish 1 and Spanish 2. Ms. Sprayberry, she's just such a wonderful person. Every day she comes in with a smile on her face. She greets her students at the door. She has them greet her in Spanish, and every day she is on top of everything. She makes learning fun. She's innovative with her lessons and her activities. The students are always creating things. It makes our hallway look so inviting and colorful. And our students really enjoy learning and being in her class. She makes everyone feel welcome. She's a great member of our secondary team, and we are so blessed to have her here at Maud ISD. And that's why we selected her as our secondary teacher of the month, or the year.
February, you are assigned as well, Region 8 Teacher of the Year, and this will also hang in the secondary school as a commemoration of your achievement this year. So we're very proud of you.
All right, thanks everybody, congratulations, and happy birthday, Miss Harrell.
Oh, thank you.
If all the kids would go out here in front of the crest and get their pictures made, and then you are free to go after that.
We're good.
All right, next up, public comments. Communications, none for this month, sir. All right, next up, administer oath of office for the newly elected board members.
Jim, come around here in front, please. If you will raise your right hand and repeat after me, please.
I,
State your name.
R.J. Norris,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
execute the duties
execute the duties
of the office of school board trustee
of the officer of the school board trustee
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will to the best of my ability
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect,
preserve, protect,
and defend the Constitution and laws
and defend the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state.
and of this state.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
Next up, reorganize the board by electing a board president, vice president, secretary, and appointing a recording secretary. Do we have any nominations for board president?
I'll make that nomination R.J. Norris.
Anybody else? I gotta relieve it to him?
Yeah.
Okay, it's all you then.
So,
I'll make that motion.
motion for R.J. Norris, board president. Second. Was there any others before we? Okay. Cease nominations. So I hear a motion to approve R.J. Norris as board president.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Terry Johnson, all in favor? There we go. Congratulations, I pass the gavel back to you.
All right. Thanks, guys. All right, next up, nominations for vice president. I'd like to recommend Tim Roberts for vice president. Anybody got anything else? We have a motion to accept the nomination of Tim Roberts for vice president.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Terry. Second by Levi. All in favor, raise your right hand. And 3 of them.
Congratulations.
All right, do we have a nomination for secretary?
I'd like to nominate Josh Brady.
Bless him. All right.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're not here.
Any other nominations? Nope. We have a motion to appoint Josh Braley as secretary.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Terry.
I'll second.
Second by Tim. All in favor? Yes. And do we have a nomination for appointing a recording secretary?
Mr. Tommy Van Deer. Make a nomination.
All right. We have a motion to appoint Tommy Van Der as recording secretary.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Tim.
I'll second.
Second by Terry. All in favor, raise your right hand. Yes, unanimous. Congratulations, Tommy.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Did you get all that?
I think I did.
Okay, good.
But if I didn't, I have some help back here.
Next up, consent agenda. Minutes of April 6, 2026 regular meeting of the board, the monthly financial report, the MISD Child Nutrition Food Service Department Procurement Procedures Manual, Detention Services Interlocal Cooperation Agreement with Bowie County, and Bailey Neon and Sign. Is there anything anybody wants to pull and talk about?
Good.
Jimmy, good?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Terry,
I'll second.
second by Tim. All in favor? Unanimous. All right, next up, District Booster Club reports, 2025-2026 athletics, band, and ag.
All right, board, this is the time of the year we review just the financials of our different booster clubs. Although it's not Maud ISD, it does represent Maud ISD. So I've asked for the sponsors to be here tonight. And first one up will be our ag booster. And so you have that report in front of you. You can see starting balance at the top, 6134, 68. Got contacts in, so it might be a little blurry, so if I said it wrong, let me know. Ending balance is 71, 74, 66. You know, anything you want to speak of special or anything?
Answer any questions. That number's pretty big, but there's $3,000 in scholarships that'll come out of that. The Morgan Seals, Eddie and Sue Steptoe, and the Lisa McBride scholarships will come out of that if the kids go to college. One of them, I don't know if he's going to go to a trade school or not. Two of the others are going to college, so some of that will come out. We gave 3 scholarships this year, funded by the Seals family.
Did you end up with enough money to do everything?
So
Did you end up with enough money to do all the activities that the Booster Club normally pays for?
Yeah. I mean, I foresee we're probably gonna have to jump it up a little bit on our fundraiser. We may have to go back to having the in-person ag auction next year. We've been having the online deal. We'll probably have to go back to the in-person, adding the ag teacher. It's going to expand the program, and it's also going to expand some of the things that that she's gonna wanna do, and some of the opportunities for the kids to travel, and so, you know, that expense is gonna go up some more, especially adding 8th graders. You know, those 8th graders are gonna be fired up, and the new lady she is super, super motivated, and so I feel like those 8th graders will be wanting to go. I know the welding side of it, you know, those boys kind of generate money for themselves, you know, I mean, they build stuff, and we turn that into ways for them to get places and stuff, and we've got several projects right now laying in the shop floor. Some of that money in our side, as far as the FFA side, we've got quite a bit of money sitting there because of projects people went ahead and paid up front. So we've got metal and tires and wheels and stuff sitting in the shop right now. But yeah, I foresee it. It's really growing, and we've got a pretty good nest egg sitting on both sides right now. We got about 7,000 in our FFA account because of some major donations we got from people. Some scholarship interviews a couple months ago, and the people that did the interview and came to me after the scholarship and said, those 3 boys that we interviewed that were ag kids, we were so impressed. And I'm trying to get this exactly how they put it. We want to make sure that the kids here at Mon have the opportunities to do what those kids done, and handed me a check for $5,000.
Wow.
So we're, you know, and then came back the next week and said, we want them to build us a trailer, and here's a check for $3,500.
Awesome.
Go buy all the stuff, and then if that doesn't cover everything, call us and we're gonna give you some more, whatever it takes. So I'm very pleased with that. So we're setting pretty good. Pretty excited about next year. Got some great kids. Got a bunch of kids that are working this summer and welding, and got 4 over at Leadwell doing some things this summer on an intern program, and so I'm excited about them coming back and teaching me some stuff, because they're supposed to be keeping a list so they can come back and tell me what we need to be doing that we're not.
Awesome.
We're pretty excited.
Anybody else got anything?
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah. Thank you for everything you do.
Yep.
Appreciate you.
All right, next up, our band, Mr. Fannin. All right, so on our band, you can see they had a beginning balance of $12,817.16, ending balance of $42,1562. They were pretty busy this year, and so anything you want to speak of for?
The main thing that we used this money for was that SeaWorld trip. We used it to not only purchase what we needed for SeaWorld, but the travel bus as well. So that's why that big old gap is in there. But other than that, we used it for scholarship as well as any senior night or senior activities, and anytime we feed the band.
Well, it was a pretty good experience for those kids to go see SeaWorld too.
Oh yeah,
So, I mean, it was a
absolutely.
heck of an
That was their
experience.
first time doing travel bus. They never.
You like that as much as going there, didn't you? They like that just as much as going to SeaWorld, getting right on that bus.
I liked it as much, if I'm being honest.
I mean,
I mean, that was better than the yellow dog last year.
Do what?
I mean, it was better than that old yellow dog.
Oh yeah. Way better.
Thank you for everything you do too.
Any questions for Mr. Fannin? Okay. Lastly is Athletic Booster Financial Report, and Josh is in Kansas City and Tony is on a cruise, so you're stuck with me. You can see the beginning balance of $32,221.11, ending balance of $29,519.10. Major expenses you can see itemized down through there for Tony. All in all, they kept a pretty tight budget from year end to year over. Excuse me, I'm on the wrong page, I think. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. You can see their major expenses itemized below that. So, but they've been pretty busy all year. They do quite a bit with their powerlifting events, some of their electronic fundraisers that they put out as well. So they've been able to keep quite a bit in there for our kids. And that does go quite a bit to help supplement some of our our district budgets as well for some of that big ticket items that they need to keep the program going. So very pleased at the way they work there as well. I think it's a great thing the way all of our sponsors handle their monies. It's obvious that the first and foremost in every purchase is their kids. It all goes right back to our kids. It dotes on them, takes care of them. They do a lot to feed them because that's a big expense these days. And I think it goes well said for how much money they invest in our kids to allow them to participate and keep them fueled up and going on all of our excursions, because they go from start to finish in a school year. There's very few days that they're not traveling.
Y'all good? All right, next up, update on 2023 Maud ISD bond improvements, new cafeteria and band hall conversion projects, and update on new driveway loop project.
All right, so y'all got a short self-guided tour a while ago in the band hall, the cafeteria. You can see that it's almost to completion. The kitchen floor was being worked on today. They'll probably put several more coats on tomorrow into Saturday to get that floor finished up. Next week, kitchen equipment will be going in. So that'll be all the new equipment coming in and moving over the freezers that we have going to the cafeteria next week and the warmers. The electrical install will be happening Friday, Saturday next week, and that'll be just about turned out. Last bit of, I didn't get in the restroom today. Did y'all make it in the restroom for the stalls in yet? Okay, so the stalls should be going in here in the next week and a half, putting those pieces together. Just final touch-ups and everything rocking forward. Real pleased with the progress on that one right there to date. They've spent time this week when it wasn't raining, putting the drainage ditches around the new cafeteria. You saw that as the curbing there. They'll pour that. Next time they get an opportunity to control that drainage around it and get it back over into our system that runs behind the schools. Should start punch list first week of June, going through there. Final inspections, touch-ups. I do expect to have handoff of that building really close to July 1. So that'll be a final completion on that one there as well. So real pleased with that one. TEC should be moving back next week to go back to work on our road project, weather permitting. They're going to come back and begin with the French drains around the new gym. That's got to come in to control that water coming off the parking lot, the water coming off the back of the gym. They're going to French drain that back into those big boxes back there behind Joe's Ag Shop. So they'll be working on that piece right there. Next week, as soon as they get a chance to go again, they'll start on the drive loop on the north side as well. They poured half of it back to the parking lots last week on Saturday. Got that one completed. So we just got to have some dry out in there to get the other side in there and get it going again. We do have a slight modification that we've asked for at least a price on it, on that parking lot. Being able to get a egress out to Ash Street. It was not in the original plan, just to give us a little bit more exit ability there. Very little cost to us and almost no, very insignificant loss of parking with it. So it just gives us a little more egress, especially if we're looking at graduation and opportunities and anything like that. So it'll help out there. Looking over here for our drive-through loop configuration at the high school. We've taken some aerial photographs, some drones as well, looking at our current parking lot. I'm guessing our current parking lot kind of exists the way it does because that's the way it's always set in relation to the buildings that were there. Looks like we can redefine that at this time right here. Looking at the possibility of taking out that big awning that's not really serving a purpose at the back of the high school. Because the kids get wet no matter what. You know what I'm saying? If they're going to the gym, they're getting wet.
Oh, the one that goes over.
The big one, the big one.
The buses.
Yeah.
Parking.
Looking at removing that, that'll allow us to put about 12 to 16 more parking places in that middle aisle, and take out a couple of that small section that runs out right beside it nearly on the technology side as well, just to give us more space in there, open up, hopefully keep a couple of our coaches from knocking holes in our buses as well. But we're looking at refiguring that, trying to slant that parking lot a little bit to give you kind of that Walmart, easier egress in there. And we're looking at, we're going to leave all the parking spaces in front of the technology building because I need them for graduation, basketball, and all those there. But during the school day, not having those as parking, so that at the end of the day, we have that as a parent pickup line, so that they're ready to come in, pick up kids and go. And they'll egress back out the back and scoot on out to around the elementary and back out again. So looking at some options there with those pieces. So those are some things that we're looking at right now as far as striping. We're going to have those crews here anyway to stripe our new parking lot over here and in front of the elementary. So it's a good opportunity to look at relinking this one here as well, giving us a little bit better setup in there, make entrance and exits hopefully a little easier, but also increase our capacity at the same time.
Good idea.
And so that's kind of where it's going. Elementary reconfigure on the new office schedule to start next week. And so looking at the needs of the classroom teachers in the office, they really didn't want to move the walls much. And so I told Keith, I said, I can't see spending money to knock down walls to move it not much. Let's just leave it. And so leave the flooring as it is. So we were able to go back and not change that office at all.
Yeah.
Just leave it, and then we can turn it into classroom space for their small group settings, which means we don't have to touch the bathrooms. Save some more money. And so, and again, am I trying to pinch pennies? Absolutely, because there's some things we got to do to finish up, and if we can save those there, we can put them in at another spot that's going to be needed to finish this bond up. And so, we're going to start office reconfiguration next week. We're going to go in and demo that room, Michelle's old room, get ready to take out the lockers when that in, put the new storefronts in, so it'll be like the glass you have over in Brandy at the high school.
Same thing, right? We come in.
Yeah, come in, stop.
You got a
exactly.
foyer or whatever right there. They can't get past it and can't get to.
You can't get past the art room and that door right there. So that
And Buffy's glassed in.
Buffy's glassed in, and then they'll have a door to buzz you into the office. You can come into the office, and then we can work from that point right there. So our kids are safe there. But it'll be just like that secondary setup there, which is the preferred configuration for office entrances.
And the doors and the windows and that glass will all be in time before school. Keith didn't think it's going to be a problem getting
I
that.
don't feel like it's going to be a problem.
Good.
And so it's just traditional storefront. It's not anything
Not
super.
bulletproof glass.
No.
I didn't think so.
So it's just nothing spectacular. Just storefront, and roll from there. So it's going to be pretty busy over the next 2 months. Obviously we expect to have new cafeteria complete as we start school in that one. Office has got to be done before the start of school. All the drive loop on the north side, teacher parking, all that stuff, all the way down to the gates got to be complete before school starts. And we also got to have our fencing back up for our playgrounds as well. So all those pieces are there. Again, it's going to just depend on sun and what it does for us over the back pieces right there. But they are mobilizing to come back next week. The plan is next week to, again, weather permitting, I don't know how much we're going to get, start the resurface on that practice field for Coach Turner and get that redone so we get sprinkler systems in. And while they're here, next week we're going to demo that old house back there too. And so the fire department's going to burn it for us. So I talked with Shane, they're scheduled to burn that and the old trailer in the football field next week. So those will be 2 eyesores out of the way. Take care of some things there as well. Outside of that,
Sorry, go ahead.
we've done several walkthroughs with Keith on the band hall cafeteria, and so looking at pieces in there. I did another walk today, look at some options there to, in the removal of the stage, what's that look like, putting the restrooms back in. We're gonna put some drop ceiling in there just so it's not such an open cavity in there. Also eliminate some possibility of anybody thinking they can climb on anything too, you know what I'm saying? Back for that 3 through 5 classroom in the back, we're looking at options in flooring. Trying to save some costs there. A little bit concerned with busting out that quarry tile, because it tends to pull chunks, he said. So we're looking at some options in there to get that taken care of. The problem is with that type of tile is that with kitchens, you've had 100 years of grease, and typically it's hard to make stuff stick. So he's continuing to research options there that will come back for us that would prove positive. We're looking at, of course, new tile in there, new lighting, soundboard tiles as well, so we won't call our band director to go deaf at that same time. So we're very excited about possibilities there. We're gonna just some basic housekeeping stuff like caddies and chairs, stuff like that. We talked with Keith. We're gonna get pricing on that from our side. We're gonna give it to them for a lump sum, but we're gonna work that from our side so they don't get a markup on it. So, so we're gonna play that piece there, and they were willing to work that with us and not take a percentage off those things when it's something that we can just have delivered. We can set it up. So, anything you can think of else, Foster, on that was related? So again, a lot will be happening in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Kind of excited to see it all coming together, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to seeing them turn loose on that old cafeteria as we get ready to switch it over. I'm guessing somewhere by spring break we may have it
Close.
So I think we'll have it by then. So we may even get kids in there a little bit, which may give us an opportunity to start working on some ag shop renovations before school's out. We'll see. But that's the next one. We gotta lick that one pretty good too, because it had changed since you went to some of y'all were in ag out there. So, but adding another teacher next year, just the program stuff, we do need to build some capacity out there in restrooms, specifically dressing areas, so that we can take care of our kids.
What about our junk pile? We got a plan to get it going.
Got to make one more phone call. I thought Keith's guy was going to take it. He's not working enough, so I got to call a guy that I saw on the side of him. Saw one that passed at the gas station. The other one called him. Hey, I got the junk pile. You want to pick it up? So,
It'd be good if all that was nice and shiny over there.
oh yeah, it'll be shiny before school starts.
Any other questions?
Y'all didn't get marked this week. Y'all got me on this one.
Hey, we didn't have to pay him drive up here.
Well, I saved you about $1,000.
Exactly. Timmy, good? Good. All right, next up, consider and possible approval of monthly expenditures to Rec Tech LLC for work submitted on the MAUD ISD cafetorium.
Okay, board, I do want to draw your attention to this one. You should have a Rex Tech in front of you.
So draw 17 on it.
You got draw 17. And so in that one, if you look at the payout, I gotta get it big enough so I can see it. That $154,052 on the schedule on the next page, you can see that that is billed at 100% minus retention. And so the reason they've done that, and I double checked with OBR and Mark just to make sure, NWRA, so that Rex Tech's not carrying the final balance out for another month in preparation for this. We expect them to have that complete in the next week and a half to 2 weeks at the most. So what I'm asking tonight is that we approve this, but Tommy is not going to hit payout on this one until I tell him to at some point in the future. Because we still have a balance of $239.77 that we have to reckon with, which is a pretty significant number to make sure we get this building to completion by July 1.
We stay on budget.
close on this one. And so, and I do feel comfortable doing that if y'all will permit this. And again, we will hold this until we confer with OBR and WRA that we are truly at 100% before we pay it.
Do they sign, the general contractor sign the pay application and or the architect?
Yes.
They both do.
They will, well, yes, sir. And typically, I have that in here. This was sent before this was the pre-one they sent, I get it for agenda. And I just did not get the blue copy, what I call the blue copy before tonight.
They use the same exact form we use.
So,
And normally, Robert's on there and
Robert and
Brandon.
WRA and Brandon.
Any questions? We have a motion to approve the payment of $154,052.02 to Rec Tech LLC for the work submitted on the new mod ISD cafeteria. Motion by Terry,
Second.
second by Tim. All in favor? Unanimous. All right, consider impossible approval of monthly expenditures Rec Tech LLC for work submitted on the new MISD driveway project.
All right, this is just straight concrete driveway. Everything that's on this one has been done to date. I recommend that we pay this one just as it is. And Tommy will submit this one Tuesday, I assume.
Yes. Yeah, Sophia has communicated with Sam over at Rogers. They won't get payment tomorrow.
Correct. This is everything from the two pours in the parking lot and the driveway today, the remediation for drainage behind Joe's ag shop. That was the first step, where they ripped electrical lines out.
Thought that was separate over here.
That's different. That's just dirt work.
Okay. All right, we have a motion to approve $335,129.60 to Rec Tech LLC for the work performed on the new driveway project.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Terry,
Second.
second by Levi. All in favor? Unanimous. All right, next up, consider and possible approval of drive loop remediation purchase change order number 1.
Okay, so this one right here, if you remember on the cafeteria, one of the things that we did up front was gave me $100,000 to work with for PCOs and change orders for this thing. We didn't do that on the drive loop just because we didn't take time for it and it was a smaller scope. And so, if you remember, we were having trouble with stabilization on the north side. Remember they took the bulldozers, ripped it all up, aired it out. They brought in concrete to seat it, and they also did do in some select fill. So one thing I wanted to show you was the,
So it was originally?
sorry?
Yeah, there they are.
Yeah, it's in the back. So from TEC, the different remediation factors that were there, so there was 3 options. Option 1 was select fill, and you can see that was about a $100,000 ticket item to take care of that same amount of space. Option 2 was GeoGrid stabilized, which is $95,000, and option 3 was cement stabilization. What we have on the actual change order, they did a little bit of all of those things. They did the rip drying to open it up and let it cure. They came back and did some select cement stabilization in front of the elementary, which was a small section, cost about $19,000. And then the undercut and replacement with select fill was up here at the front of the road and down in the corner where it just would not dry out. And so they did those, got those completed. But I need to bring this to y'all because of our change order, because it's more than my purchasing power. So I do recommend that we approve this one. But at the same time, you can see that I do feel like they really worked hard to minimize the different options there. Because the first thing that came back, oh, you can just select fill it all. I'm like, no, we can't. And so, So this was Roger's way of working with us to come up with the best method to save money for us, but also get our road to where it can pass.
Any questions? We got a motion to approve the purchase change order for $49,641.21. Motion by Tim,
I'll show.
second by Terry, all in favor? Unanimous. Alright, next up, consider possible approval of resolution to modify architecture contract with WRA for 2023 Maud ISD bond program.
Board, there's a packet that starts at number 15 on you. Just lay those in front of you. You see yours? There, that'll work right there. Just take Rusty's. Oh, that whole stack. Here, you find yours? Okay. All right, if you remember, last month, we came back and as a board decided to change the scope of this a little bit and go with just JOC and award that to Rogers because of the work that they put in for us so far. Gave them a little skin in this game, you know, said, hey, we believe in you. We want you to be able to bring a product back to us in June, so we went with JOC for that one. Because of that, we significantly changed the scope of the original pieces of that band hall and basically don't need a ton of architectural services in there. And so it's my recommendation that we modify the structure with WRA and basically just remove them from the band hall conversion. They'll complete the new band hall like they've done, or drive loop that are done, but there's really not a need to involve their scope of services for the limited amount of work that we're going to be doing in that band hall conversion. And so you have a motion in front of you, should you choose to do it, where we can modify that and just give authority to superintendent to negotiate that final piece with WRA, which is just the removal of that band hall.
We have a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the modification of the 2023 Maud ISD bond program, new cafeteria, band hall conversion contract with WRA, removing the new band hall conversion from the existing contract and to authorize the superintendent to negotiate the final contract with WRA.
Got a motion by Tim, second by Levi, all in favor? Unanimous. Consider possible approval of resolution to name architectural firm for Maud ISD band hall conversion.
Okay, board, the firm that we're recommending, should we need some pieces in this, again, we've got an old structure, we don't have a whole lot going into it, but Bartlett Architectural out of Texarkana does a lot of work with Rogers. They work with them closely on a lot of other projects. Rogers does feel like they will do a great job working hand in hand with them and also with us to bring about the final pieces of it. And so the resolution for 16 there is just to select Bartlett as the firm to work as architectural services providers to provide insight, but basically any design things that are needed to bring that project to completion.
Motion to approve is presented. Motion by Levi. Second by Terry. All in favor? Unanimous.
That's approved Bartlett Architectural.
There's been a lot of words in there.
I'm sorry.
All right. Consider and possible approval of contract with selected architectural firm for the Maud ISD band hall
This
conversion.
should be the contract now.
Yeah, contract. Yeah, approval of contract with selected architectural firm.
Okay, board, since you've selected Bartlett, this right here is the contract piece of it. And on the, really, I'm gonna cue you to the back page of that. It's just a one pager. kind of shows the fee structure there as well. Your architect fee is presented there, your MEP fee, and your TOPS inspections, pay apps. Possible structural fee, we don't know if that's going to even be in there. I don't expect that one, but we wanted, that was a possibility. So you have a total architectural compensation of roughly $23,810. And so with that approval, that would allow us to get going with Bartlett and finalize it. Now, the one thing that in this piece, if you look at it, you would name the superintendent to finalize the contract, and I'd like to ask that, with your permission, we just say not to exceed $35,000 in case there's any deviance in that line item there. Questions? Have a motion to approve the contract with Bartlett Architecture firm for the Maud ISD band hall conversions and to modify. Name superintendent too.
To name superintendent to negotiate final contract not to exceed $35,000. Do I have a motion? Motion by Tim. Second by Levi. All in favor? It is unanimous. All right. Discussion
No, go ahead.
of Maud ISD's property values and foundation school program funding brought to you by Tommy Van Digger.
Do you want the mouse, Tommy, or how do you?
No, I'll just stop it.
Just don't pull it too far, because you know what'll happen.
He's trying to unplug. I know he's trying to.
I've done it more than once.
Apologize to you guys over here. You're not going to be able to see the screen. If you have any questions, I'll give you a printout of this presentation later. I'll even give you a full presentation. How about that?
Here, Joe, you want this presentation so you can follow along?
Okay, this is the beginning of the budget for the next school year. This is beginning our 26-27 school year budget. And the first step is to discuss property values. If you see the second page or here on the screen, this presentation originally was required to address the lag between the property valuation and our receipt of state funds due to the use of prior year values. This is actually, I believe it's been 4 sessions ago now. The legislature passed House Bill 3 that beginning in 19 and 20, they used certified values received in July to calculate the funding, so there is no lag. What we calculate is what it will be based on, and so we can kind of lock down our numbers in time to get the budget in August. So we have taken this opportunity each year really to just discuss the trend in our taxable values and our estimated levies for the year. This chart carries our taxable values across. The blue line is prior to Senate Bill 2 back in 2022 that increased the homestead exemption tremendously. It also, if you recall, last year they increased the homestead exemption again. It was increased to 100,000, then 140,000. We saw a significant drop when it increased to 100. The drop from 100 to 140 didn't affect us too much because the average value of a homestead in our district is less than 140. And so we didn't take up that whole 40,000 gap when it went into effect. But you can see from 2025 to this year, we do have just a slight increase. Those numbers are on, I think, the next screen, but it goes from low 80s to to mid-80s, but that's just the trends in our taxable value. I don't know that the property's really changing that much. The method of evaluating the property is what has changed and has caused this wave in it. We do continue to have some new additions to our tax base year to year. Not anything real significant, of course. This screen does show the values, the total value and the frozen values. The taxable value is what's on that chart. It was just slightly over 80,000 and, 80 million, and increased this year to 86 million. One thing I'll call your attention to here, this number last year was 104 million when we got the estimated values. You see what it is when we got the approved values? I don't know how they missed it so bad, but they did. There's no way they've missed this one this bad. But still, I wouldn't be surprised for this number to pull down a little bit when we finally get the certified values at the end of July. Currently, our maximum compressed rate will be 0.7011. TEA could change that in the month of July. It's kind of like, at this point, you're kind of feeling around in the dark with a lot of estimates, but we've got to get started somewhere. Last year's rate was 7.552. This is the M&O rate now, not the INS rate, the M&O rate. And so it's going to drop off a little bit cents. The gross levy be $1,000 difference in the gross levy. The frozen tax actually increases just a little bit. You can see less than $1,000 difference in the total projected M&O tax receipts. Any questions about those numbers? Keep in mind, this is the certified values from last year. This is pretty much what we're living with. These values, of course, are estimated, both the values and the rate. Now, the rate is as it stands currently, but once they get the certified values in, this rate could change. It won't change significantly, but it could change. Questions? Okay. The other thing that drives our funding significantly is our ADA, our average daily attendance. And you can see from 2023 through 2025, our refined total ADA dropped from 445 to 412. This year, currently, for 2026, our total is standing at 425.6. Now, about 6 weeks ago, that number was 427, but we had enough, I guess, illness, decrease in attendance, whatever, that we lost about 1.5 off the number just in 6 weeks. Each one of those numbers, each number in the ADA cost us about $12,000 in funding. And so you can see from this, our increased ADA will generate about $130,000 in additional money there. We do have our regular program number has increased from 312 to 332. Our sped number has increased. And this number, this increase right here, this increase has really driven an increase in our funding for this school year, which still has increased slightly as we come across here. Our CTE ADA number has dropped a little bit. And you can see it kind of went up and down. I look for this number to increase quite a bit as we expand the offerings with the additional teacher. But nevertheless, currently we're sitting at 425. That's probably the number. 425 to 427 is probably what we'll use to estimate revenue to build the budget for next year. And that's a number we have to come up with to project forward. The funding, of course, is affected as this number changes during the school year. Goes up or down. It will change. Any questions on?
What is the funding, how does it look different between the three?
between the three.
Yeah, like if it's six, if it's
I'll
6 to
tell-
8,000 a kid for the regular, what is it for sped and CTE?
It's about roughly 3,000 additional for each one of these.
For each kid or?
For each kid. For each kid, yeah. Yeah. We're,
Now, how will that?
But, you know, the sped cost us more too.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
I know, that was one of the reasons I was asking for the money we spent at
Yeah.
Redwater. Is that helping
It
us?
helps.
That helps
it
us.
helps, it helps, and we need it.
All right, now what about the 8th graders now that's gonna be in the CTE program?
That's gonna help.
So we're gonna get funding for that?
Yes.
In addition to?
Yes.
Good job,
Full
Mr. Barron.
funding.
Atta boy.
Get high school funding for them.
Yeah, they'll be just like they're in the CAPE program
Perfect.
as a freshman. And so again, I think this number is gonna go
Way up.
up dramatically. I'm gonna probably be rather conservative with this number as we project, because you do project each one of these. Adding another teacher, I'm probably not gonna project this number at 90 to build a budget,
No.
but we'll project it with an increase.
How many kids we got in 7th grade? 30 something.
It's not one of our great big ones, and so.
But you gonna, is that gonna be mandatory? Is your 8th grade program, is it gonna be mandatory or elective?
My understanding is that, I think there's some options they can take. So like, they may not all take the ag option, but maybe there's something with Miss Nursing, maybe there's something in the computer stuff. But, I mean, we're projecting that, we're thinking that we'll have 48th graders next year, which would generate an immense amount of money. Plus, we'll have the freshmen again, you know, the new teacher would have the 8th graders and the freshmen. But those 40 are kids that weren't generating anything.
correct.
So that's straight, that's icing on top of the cake that we weren't getting. And those 40 will pay her salary, and
Then some.
and then we'll still have the extra kids from the ones that she'd have in the other classes.
I think we'll see an increase in the number at the high school.
Well, I've got 5 kids signed up for the work program, which is times 3 or 4, actually, a class period and 3 out of school. So there's 20 extra seats that we'll add next year that we won't, and they won't actually be there. They'll be in a work program somewhere working. And so we look at my numbers will fall a little bit because I won't have all the freshmen.
Right.
But she'll still have the freshmen, and hopefully there's some team teaching going on there that we can work all that out. But the 8th graders is straight up. That's just new money that we didn't have before.
Exactly. All right.
But keep in mind, all that new money, we're gonna need most of it
Uh-huh.
to fund the
Exactly.
program.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was the reason I was
It's
asking.
down there. I mean, I think it's a good deal what we're doing, but, the increased revenue, it's gonna take most of it to, because, you don't have only her salary costs, but you're gonna have some additional supplies and other overhead items as well. And, we'll probably gain a little, but, I don't look for it making us lush or anything.
No, I was thinking, it
But
sounded like we was gonna pay for
The
it.
piece that we're gonna see 2 years down the road is when we're getting those level 3s and 4s that Joe's talking about. As that number increases, that's where funding really comes in.
Yeah.
All our kids will be completers.
So that's gonna be,
And it gets us in those 3 and 4 classes quicker, where instead of drawing 1.87, they're drawing 4.57
Okay.
on our multiplier number in our completer program. So
Okay, any more questions on this? That's what the last slide said, questions. Any other questions?
and you'll also see, we'll see it this year dramatically, where we're looking at DC teaching those extra classes. It's gonna be the same thing, that's gonna fall under K too. And so, we're multiplying in multiple areas there. So, do they cost us more at the surface? Absolutely. I'm saying, but at the same time, the state's giving us the formulas to generate that extra revenue to pay for those people as well. So,
well, we were paying somebody to teach those 8th graders.
correct.
And now the state's gonna pay us to teach those eighth graders.
Love it. All right. Next up, superintendent's
Thank you,
report.
Tommy. All right. Let me get my eyes adjusted right quick. All right, team, first piece on there is just the TASB Region 8 Board of Directors. If you're interested in that, it's there. If you decide to do that, you gotta have that in by June the 23rd. So just informational, that's all that is. Those first 5 things are. Next was proceeds from a tax sale. So we did have a tax sale recently. McCurry, Braggs, Vasilka, and that after paying all the back taxes and stuff, the district brought in a check for $14,693.34. So that's in the already been given to Tommy. I'm sure it's already deposited by now. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Next one, SHARS funding. This one looks like a little one spreadsheeter. It's not real big, but this is something I'm not asking. This is in the report because we're just talking this month. It's potential action next month. If you look at the SHARS, is the revenue that we get to charge the state back, basically for services that are in special ed. And you can see this with paperwork, Griffin paperwork, Pearson paperwork, all the different paperworks there. That the amount of time that it takes for staff to charge these things out, different services in special ed, where it be OT, physical therapy, all those different things. At a time, we could get quite a bit of money back. If you look back in 2023, we were drawing about $57,000 back because we utilized SHARS to recapture those costs. You can see in 24 we dropped about 10,000. 25 it dropped significantly, and then to date 15-14 is all we've drawn so far. And Tommy's projecting that by the year end will be about 5,500 that we'll have actually recovered because we participated in SHARS. If you remember the last biennium, the state almost killed the program on the legislative floor, and so that's been a piece that's going forward. I've talked with Tommy a couple times, and the amount of time that we spend chasing paperwork and doing all the pieces there, I really feel like we're probably money ahead to just get away from SHARS and let Tommy reinvest that time in something else. And so, because it's pretty insignificant what we're drawing. At one point, it was a very beneficial program, but do you see anything on the horizon with SHARS that's going to speak differently?
There's no indication that it's going to change. And keep in mind, the paperwork expenses that are shown there, that's not our expenses. That's what they're charging us. The physical therapy people, occupational therapy folks, and Redwater that's doing speech therapy, those are hard costs. It's not just my hours or Julie's hours spent dealing with it. That's all on top of this, which is fine. I mean, I do the job for what you pay me. I'll do whatever you want me to do. But the cost that you see on there, that's hard money. And so at the end of the day, we're only netting the amount that's at the bottom to apply back against the expenses that we've had. And it's just getting less and less. And the paperwork time is a problem, but filing the cost report is not a simple thing to do. And they audit that cost report every year. And well, anyway.
So we're gonna have these costs.
They're not the nicest people in the world to deal with.
Do we have these costs regardless whether we're in this or not? Do we have the costs regardless?
Yes.
If we're in the SHARS program or not, we're still gonna have these costs.
We cannot stop the services. We've got to continue the services, but we're just not, we're assuming more risk than we're receiving benefit by taking their money. And last year when they audited our cost report, they said we owed them $12,000 when they got through. And when I got through responding to it, we didn't. We owed them maybe a couple hundred or something like that. But that's the risk you run too. They go through your cost report and hammer you
just putting this in front of you, kind of let it bounce around in your head. If you think of something you'd like to see differently or explained a little more for next month, just holler at me and let me know. But probably bring that back to you next month as a recommendation. Okay. Last thing, and it's not on your piece there, but since it's this information, you have one thing that's in front. It's got a paper clip with a mod on it. And it's got a Philip Mobley email. Got a contact from Commercial National Bank about a incentive they've got going to kind of, I guess, promote schools inside of their banking franchise. And what they'd like to do is to be able to put out some debit cards with mod on it for people that are from mod that bank with C&B. And so I don't see any risk to the school. There's no liability from any standpoint. It just is a means for Commercial National people that bank with Commercial National Bank, if they choose to have a mod debit card, they could. Participating in this also gives back some potential scholarship opportunities to the school as well at some point down the future, like next year. And so if you look at that paragraph, probably right before the end of it, to support schools, we'll donate $5 each district for the mascot, but also the scholarships have annual competition where students can receive up to $5,000 in scholarships. So I guess doesn't need action, but I just wanted to put it to you. Since it is our mod brand, is there any reservations with me working with the bank to make that as a possibility? Or
My only thing is, Philip did not do that email.
I don't know.
Am I wrong?
No comment.
I think it's a great idea.
So, but anyway, just a way of doing that, and it does give potential to get a little bit of revenue to the school and open up some scholarship opportunities for our kids.
And it's my understanding that any school can stop it at any time. If you decide you don't want to participate anymore, you can pull it at any time.
But I didn't want you to see our logo out without me bringing it to you as just an informational item.
I don't even know where the branches are, so they're local. I think it's a great idea.
All right, I'll talk with him tomorrow and let him know that we're good to go there. So, I think that's it for superintendent report.
Yeah, that's all I know. Unless you do something here or
Nope.
All right. Next up, executive session. We're going to executive session at 7:40 p.m. All right. Turn to regular session at 8:25 p.m. Next up, consider and take action on personal and professional employee contracts. 1-year probationary contract for Christy Rankin, 1-year probationary contract for Madison Fannin, and 1-year probationary contract for Aaron Sutton. Do I have a motion to approve those 3 contracts as presented?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Terry. Second by Tim. All in favor? Alright. Next up is take actions on resignations. Do I have a motion to accept the resignations as discussed in closed session?
Make a motion.
Motion by Terry. Second by Levi. All in favor? Next up, adjourn. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make it.
Motion by Tim.
I'll second.
Second by Terry. All in favor?